Hey old son, for the three of you that don't know, I'm Dale Brisby, the greatest cowboy ever to walk the earth. And we're just ranching. Welcome to the show. Today we're learning how to saddle a horse. Well, Ben. Welcome to Just Ranching with Dale Brisby. I am the highest level of cowboy that one can attain. That's the super puncher status. Now, if you watch all these videos of Just Ranching, you most likely, maybe, could attain that same level of cowboy super puncher. We're gonna get started. First off, if you're gonna be a cowboy, if you're gonna be a super puncher, you gotta know how to saddle your horse like one. That's what we're gonna talk about today, how to saddle a horse. We're gonna start with Boone here, who is almost more famous than I am. I said almost. Boone, he's a bronc. So he's gonna be a good one for me to teach you on, because if you can saddle Boone, you can saddle any horse. All right, old son? You ready, Boone? We're gonna start with the saddle pad. Boone, whoa, whoa. Now, I like one pad, one nice thick pad. It's gotta have the Navajo look to it, because that's punchy, okay? That's cowboy. Sorry, my bucking bull's over there trying to escape. We're gonna spur some later. Now I'm gonna kind of get him ready for it. I'm gonna kind of get Boone ready for it. It's all about preparation. Whoa, Boone. Whoa, Boone. I'm gonna toss it up there, nice and centered. Whoa, Boone. Now, what I've got here is it's got a seat rigging pencil roll, because that's cowboy. Now, one toss, I'm gonna throw it right where it needs to be. Prop it on my leg there. Had to do a little bit of adjusting, that's because of the round pin. Let's do it again. We're not gonna put that in there. One toss, right where it needs to be. And that was the first time I threw it on this morning. Right there for you. Now, what you're gonna see is, Dale, you've got your front cinch and back cinch laid over the seat. They're not in the keeper. Why is that, Dale? Well, I'll tell you why. I don't really have a reason. Yes, I do. I remember now. When I put my saddle in the tack room, I like to lay my front cinch and back cinch over the seat rather than the keeper, because in the keeper, things tend to get twisted. Don't get it twisted. Now, if I'm traveling, and for some reason my saddle is not on a horse's back when I'm traveling, then I'll use the keeper. If it's in the back, if my saddle's in the back of the truck. But usually when I'm traveling with a horse, that saddle is on the horse in the trailer, because I'm a super puncher. I'm gonna get everything ready over there. Now this is gonna be, I'm gonna show you the expert move on how to sneak over there and get everything ready to go. I don't have a lot of room, but I'm still going to, Dale, you're reaching under. Your back cinch and your front cinch aren't even over there. Well, they're gonna be. As soon as I sneak under. Now that's some upper level ranching right there. That's how you get your horse desensitized. I don't like to go around the back of him. He might kick me. Get my front cinch all situated, back cinch, breast collar. Get everything square. Now that he's been desensitized for the morning, well, you know what? Safety first, I'm gonna just go under him again. Don't get hung up in your back cinch. Whoa, Boone. Can't say that enough, can we? Now, when you reach under and you grab the front cinch, you want to start with the front cinch, always. You either want that saddle on his back or not. I'll show you what I mean by that. I'm gonna get my saddle, my stirrup leather out of the way. Get that sand off of there because we don't want that rubbing against our horse. I'm gonna reach under I'm putting my butt towards his butt. Why is that, Dale? Well, if he kicks me, I'd rather it be on my butt than my face. Pretty simple. Now, the way I've got my Latigo in this keeper, it's ready to run out of there. I'll show you what I mean. Once I catch that front cinch, bingo. See that? Now I'm going to back it out and I'm going to show you how I keep that Latigo. When you get done ranching for the day, this is how you need to keep your Latigo in that front D. Now, the reason we're going to keep it like this, it's not going to go anywhere. I get to check my Latigo if there was anything that happened to it during the day, if it got stretched or cut. You're always checking your equipment. It's not going to be dragging on the ground when I'm toting my saddle around. And when it comes time to saddle my horse the next time, all I got to do is pull that tongue out like that, and it's ready to be strung through my front cinch. Watch this. Woo, son. This is when you're ranching heavy and you need to be in a hurry. Get that second wrap. Now we're roping bulls, dragging bulls out at the PBR with Derek Begay. We might want to get 3 wraps. Me and Boone, we might be roping a few yearlings, so we're gonna get 2. Now these Latigos are sewn. They come from Rex Bugby. He's a flank man for pickup man. Is he flank man or pickup man for Frontier? I don't know. This is not a paid advertisement. I just really like his Latigos. They're sewn in there, protects each hole. All right, here we go. Now, this is the super puncher part. Get in here close, Donnie. This is your keeper. A lot of people like to come over the top, and that's fine. Fully functional way to keep your Latigo. I like to come from the bottom. Then, now that's super puncher status, but the DB super puncher status is one more additional. You want to talk about keep that sumbug out of your way. Yes, it does take a little more time, but this right here works like a charm. You're nervous about it pulling all the way through? Well, run your little strings through there. Dale, that's a lot of extra steps. Then don't do them. Okay, now, the reason why we did the front cinch first. If this horse takes off, which Boone might, he's a bronc, that saddle ain't going nowhere. Where's it going? Nowhere. Had we done just the back cinch, that's a pretty snug back cinch. Let's go even snugger. More snugger, or more snug, Donnie? More snug. Snugger, okay. Had we gone even snugger, imagine just the back cinch without the front cinch. If he were to take off, this saddle is going underneath him, and this is a stout back cinch and billet, so it ain't coming off, but it's not snug enough to keep the saddle in place. So this saddle's gonna roll underneath him, and then he's gonna beat the crap out of it, kick it, all kinds of whatnot. So we've got it relatively, so that's why we go front cinch first, then back cinch, then your breast collar. Now, speaking of our back cinch, this billet comes from G bronc saddles, okay? They also make stock saddles, but it's a bronc saddle billet because it's got more holes. The other side also, I've got my Matt Hun wire pliers right there, which I don't use because I'm a super puncher. I hand those off to somebody who is ready to mend fence. I don't. That's not why you hired me. You hired me to rope the Maverick, okay? So, back cinch, we're not out in the pasture yet. I'm just gonna get it relatively snug. We can snugger it up later. So now I'm ready to let that fender down, and I'm gonna move to the breast collar. This is a pulling collar. Yeah, it is. It does help you pull. There's all kinds of other breast collars you can get, tripping collars, etc. But this one looks the punchiest. That's why I go with it. Is it the most functional? I don't know. But it sure does look good. Boone's big. Uh-oh. Boone and I did some heavy ranching the other day. Had to rope some Maverick cattle for a neighbor. Looks like we broke a snap on our pulling collar. Leroy made me a brand new one. It might be time to switch. That's how you saddle a horse, okay? Everything's from the left side. Why is that, Dale? Why do guys get on and off on the left side? Well, back when you were a knight and you had a sword, kept that baby on your left leg because you draw it with your right hand. Well, you don't want to swing up on the right side of a horse with a sword on your left leg, do you? No. Got that sword on your left leg, you keep it on your left so you get on the left, you swing your right leg over, and your sword never has to cross over the horse. What if you cut his mane or something? His mane's going to be not the, you know, his mane's going to be cut if you, so that's why we get on the left. I think I got everything. I got it all, Donnie? Let's come around here and check it out on the right. Now we're on the right side of the horse. I'm showing you Boone's right, and just to give you what the other side looks like, you'll notice on this front cinch, I've got a Latigo rather than a billet. Sometimes on that right side you can have billets for the front cinch as well. I like the Latigo because it gives me more options for length, because I want them both to be the same when it's pulled tight. That way it puts the center of the cinch in his sternum, which allows an even pull. Saddle is going to ride better, he's going to breathe better, DB is going to cowboy better, okay? You'll notice the picking strings are hanging off that side. That way when I go to get off the horse, my right leg doesn't catch it. My rope is on the right. That's because I'm right-handed. Ready to ranch. Hole, son. Build a loop. Ready to scoop. That's back feet if I'm heeling. Regardless, you follow my tips and tricks here in the tack room in the bronc pen with Boone, watching Just Ranching, you're on your way to being a cowboy. Maybe one day a super puncher. I'm Dale Brisby, and we're just ranching, old son.